All right, welcome to the 6 weeks Minicut Protocol training. So, in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm just going to show you exactly how I got my clients to lose anywhere between 4 to 6 kgs in the span of 6 weeks. Now, this is going to be more on the aggressive side, yes, but if you do it right, you're going to make sure that you're going to retain as much muscle as possible and lose the maximum amount of fat. Now, this is designed for specifically for a short period of time where if you want to get ready for, let's say, for example, a wedding, want to get ready for a holiday, stuff like that, this is something that you can go for, where 6 weeks, you're able to go all out in terms of your training program and your nutrition. If this is not something that you're able to do in the span of 6 weeks, forget about this. Okay, you can just save this for another period of time where you can make it a bit more sustainable and make it more pushable. This is something that I would say is not sustainable for then. This is why we only do a maximum amount of 6 weeks, and then we're going to take a few weeks after that to recover. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly the step-by-step process on how you can get it done. Now, after this video, if you like what you've seen and you want to apply it to your training program, you want to apply it to your fitness journey, what you can do is you go to the link description box below. Okay, there's going to be a link where you can join my school community. Okay, in that community, I'll have free resources for you to apply, free training program that you can use, which is a beginner-friendly training program. And then there's going to be a file as well, giving you a plan of action for 6 weeks, what you need to do, the amount of calories you need to cut, the amount of steps you need to get, the amount of protein you need to consume, the amount of fats you need to consume, and so on. So that is going to be in a PDF file, which I am going to show you at the end of this training as well. And then if you want as well a more complete training program through my coaching app, I can give that to you as well at the end of this training. Okay, so you just have a look. It's all going to be available in my private school community. To join, it is only $29 US. And yeah, but you have 7 days of free trial. See whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, no harm, no foul. Okay, I'm going to be adding a lot of free stuff there as well in the future. Now, let's get started. Here's what you're here for. We're going to talk about the 6-week Minicut Protocol. Now, like I said earlier, this 6-week Minicut Protocol is designed to make sure that you get as much fat as possible without losing any muscle mass. So this is when I did this earlier last year, end of last year actually. So just to prep myself going for my holiday. So I started up around, I can't remember the exact amount. I think it's at the end of this presentation. But more long story short, I lost about 6 kg. And then I managed to retain a good muscle mass as possible. And then and I will also show you how you can maintain the result as well. Okay, so this is going to be a short and aggressive. This is going to be aggressive. Like I said earlier, it should not last more than 6 weeks. Anything more than that, you are going to be extremely lethargic. You're going to be affected by the diet fatigue. This should be a time where you're able to hone in your in your fitness journey. If you do not have a 6 weeks chunk block out where you can just focus on your training and your nutrition and getting your steps in and your sleep in, this is not for you. This is not for it right now. You can save this later when you have the time. Okay, so why 6 weeks? Okay, so we want to make sure that we prevent the negative side effects. So making sure that past 6 weeks, you will feel your body has depleted all the glycogen that it has. You are going to be hungrier, or what do you call this? Your ghrelin and leptin will going to go haywire as well. And eventually we'll start to lose more muscle mass because all this is going to be affecting you. And yes, so this is going to be maximizing your fat loss as well. So you are able to go aggressive for a very short period of time and lose a ton of fat, okay, before these negative side effects kick in. So when you are going through this phase, okay, I'm going to shrink my face a bit. Okay, so when you are going through any form of a fat loss phase, your strategy, your exit strategy is going to be as important as the phase itself, okay? If you don't have an exit plan, you are just going to rebound back, okay? So, and then if I think you might rebound harder than this. This is why people yo-yo diet when they crash diet, okay? But the moment that the goal is met, they don't know how to exit the phase, okay? Which is what I'm going to show you after this. Now, so yeah, as I said, how you exit the fat loss phase just as important the fat loss phase itself. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to go through of a minimum of 2 weeks of maintenance period. So this maintenance phase will allow you to recover from the diet, getting you recover from the diet fatigue, get your metabolism back in order, getting you feel a lot better, and making sure that your what do you call this? Your muscle mass will not be lost in the following weeks. But I will also show you how, when you are eating at maintenance again, you are not going to put on fat. You will gain some real weight, which is going to be glycogen and water, completely normal, but you will not be losing fat. Sorry, you will not be gaining fat. Okay, yeah. So we use this period to increase your energy levels, restore your hormones back to baseline, increase your leptin levels. So leptin is the one that is responsible for you to feel full. Glycogen for your performance and everything. Get your decrease hunger in order, so your ghrelin to be in order. So before entering another 6-week minicut to continue to lose fat, if you choose to, like for me at that point in time when I was in this phase, after that 6 weeks fat loss phase, I actually went through a long period of maintenance because I just recovered. So I just preferred to stay at this body weight, and I did not gain any fat whatsoever. I will show you after this. So it is quite flexible as well. So it depends on you to go at the after the what do you call this, after the mini cut. If you choose to maintain. If you want to go for another fat loss phase, you can just repeat the process here. So this is the game plan. So what you're going to do for the 6 week is going to be, like I said, it's a 6-week mini cut phase, nothing more than that. You want to make sure that the speed of your weight drop per week is going to be 1%. You will hear that I have said it in my other videos, is that a sustainable approach is going to be anywhere between 0.5 to 1%. But for this specific training, this minicut phase, we are going for a short and aggressive. So we are going to aim for 1%. Anything more than 1%, you are going to start to lose more muscle mass. And we don't want that. So the goal is to lose your body fat and then retain your muscle mass as much as possible. So if you are losing slower than 1%, that means 0.5, 0.6, you need to either A, drop your calories, B, increase your cardio in the form of steps or running or cycling or any form of cardio that you enjoy, or C, a mixture of both. And so the recommended activity for you to do. Now, in the regular fat loss phase, 2 times a week, 3 times a week is good enough for you to retain your muscle mass. This is when we are taking a long-term approach, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year kind of approach kind of thing. Those are great. But this specific one, it is recommended that you do weight training anywhere between 4 to 5 times a week, because resistance training, strength training is key when it comes to retaining your muscle mass. Okay, combined with a fuck ton of protein, appropriate amount of protein for you in this phase, so you will not lose your muscle mass when you do this kind of thing. Anything less than that, I found that have been sort of a detrimental effect. You do tend to lose a bit of lean mass if you do less than 4 in this mini cut phase. It's not just on me. I've seen it with my clients as well. So, and additional steps from whatever you are already doing. You want to start by adding additional 2 to 3 kilometer walk, or add additional 3 to 5,000 steps a day. This is varied from individual to individual. If you, let's say for example, on a daily basis, your daily step has always been about 6,000. You somewhat relatively maybe active, maybe you walk around a bit, you park your car somewhere else quite far from your office, usually when you take the long walk, whatever lah. Maybe you walk your dog, you go out with a park with your kids or whatever, so you get about 5,000, 6,000. So whatever your step count is now, you want to increase it higher to 3 to 5,000 steps. So this is like a bare minimum. For when I have to do this, I have to increase anywhere between 6 to 8,000 as a start. Then after 1 week, usually I have to increase it by another about anywhere between 8 to 10,000. Okay, but make sure that you pay close attention on a weekly basis. So we're talking about 1 week. Okay, so when in the span of 1 week, if it's average of 1%, then you're fine. If it's less, so don't do it every day. Okay, at this point, some people might get it wrong. You need to drop 1% per day. No. Some days going to be higher, some days going to be lower. If Monday to Sunday, if you started at 100 kg, that means your average will be 1 kg of drop per week. So if you combine Monday to Sunday, your total weight divided by 7, if it's an average of 1 kg, then you're safe. Okay, so then we're going to talk about the calorie and macro breakdown. So how it's going to work is that you need to find out what is your maintenance calories. So the amount of calories that you consume for your body weight and your body fat to stay at the same amount of level. Once you have found that out, there's plenty of calorie calculator online where you can just go. Usually the place I direct my client to is tdeecalculator.net. That's something that is not 100% accurate, but it's a good place for you to start as a gauge. In the free file that I will be providing in my school community group as well, there is a calculator for your maintenance calorie as well. That's something that you can try and use it for yourself. So both options are good. So also, like I said, it's not 100% accurate. It's a gauge, it's just a start. From this maintenance calories that you have, you want to start by reducing anywhere between 750 to 1,000 calories. At this point, I need to let you know something. If you are an individual whose maintenance calories for some reason is at 1,005 and or 1,007 or something like that, and then you have to reduce 750 to 1,000 calories. If you reduce by 1,000 calories, you only be consuming about 800 calories per day, 750. I don't think this is going to be a good idea for you to do a mini cut. I will actually recommend that you instead at this point focus on your maintenance phase, increasing your metabolism rate, increasing your muscle mass. So your metabolism is higher. So then you're able to, once you build more muscle, you actually will get leaner as well if you focus on maintenance phase. But if you have to consume less than 1,000 calories, I don't recommend this for you. So word of caution there. So with that putting aside, so let's say, for example, if your maintenance calories is at 2,005, so if you have deduct 1,000, so you'll be consuming about 1,005 per day. If your maintenance calories is at 2,000, you have to start with reducing 750 and see how it goes from there. If you still want to do this, I would say, let's say if your maintenance calories is below 2,000, it's like say 1,008, and then so you definitely don't want to reduce by 1,000 calories. That means you're reducing. That means your calorie consumption per day is about 1,000 calories. So what I would recommend instead is reduce whatever your maintenance calories, let's say 1,008, reduce it by 750, or maybe slightly lower at 500. Then you up your cardio instead. Why it's important is that because you want to make sure that these two are going to be essential in terms of retaining your muscle mass, ensuring your health is on point. So your protein intake needs to be at 2.2 grams per kg of body weight when you're doing this mini cut. It can go as high as 2.4, but I will not go lower than 2.2. Now, so let's say, for example, if you're weighing at 100 kg, that means you need to consume 220 grams per day. If you are, let's say, for example, weighing in at 70 kg and you want to do a mini cut, so 70 times 2.2, 154 grams. So this is the bare minimum that you need to consume. 100. But you tell me, Riz, 154 grams is hard. How am I supposed to consume the protein? Figure out a fucking way, man. There's protein shakes. Center your meals around protein. It's only 6 weeks. Okay, if you tell me that you cannot hit that, this 2.2 grams, no matter what it costs in the next 6.6. In the next for 6 weeks, this plan is not for you. We want to make sure that you retain muscle mass. If you want to get a lower amount of protein, yes, you can, on a different, at a slower pace of a fat loss phase in the 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year kind of thing. But this is a mini cut phase where it's going to be aggressive. So when we are aggressive, the method is going to be aggressive as well in terms of protein, because this will be essential in retaining your muscle mass, combining with the strength training. If you can't hit that amount, don't do this mini cut. Okay, so your fat intake will be about 0.7 grams per kg of body weight. So this will be probably about a minimum. So if you are, let's say, for example, 100 kg, so your per kg, so per fat intake per day is going to be about 70 grams. Do not go lower than 70 grams if possible. So I would say don't go lower than 0.6 actually, but 0.7 usually is a safe number. Then the remaining amount of calories that you have after reducing this, you will have the what do you call this? The carb intake. That's going to be the calories required. So I'm going to show you the example how the calculation is going to go. So let's just say you're 80 kg person. Your maintenance calories, I rounded it up to 2004. So your calorie deficit, let's say 2,400, we minus 750, you're left with 1,650, correct? Okay, so 80 kg times 2.2. You're going to have about 176 grams of protein per day, which is going to total about 704 calories. Now, your fat intake, 80 kg times 0.7 is going to be about 56 grams. So that means it's going to be about 504 calories. So your calories right now is going to be this. Let's say, for example, for the next 6 weeks, as an example. So 1,650, you're going to minus 704 calories here from the protein. You're going to minus 504 calories from the fat. You have 442 calories left, which if you divide by 4, is going to get you 110 grams of what do you call this? Carb intake. Okay, excuse me about that. I'm getting a bit thirsty. So I hope this makes sense, because 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories. So this is how the math works out. So once this is done, once you get from here to here, this is going to be your game plan for the maintenance phase. So this is going to be very important, guys. Okay, so if you need to do this right, you need to have at least 2 weeks for recovery. Anything less than that is suboptimal. You need to hit at least 2 weeks. Okay, if you decide not to go through another fat loss phase, this 2 weeks can be indefinite until you decide to go for another mini cut or another regular fat phase or whatever, or you want to go on a bulking phase or whatever that you want. So the speed that we're going to go, that the weight expectation that you're going to see during this maintenance phase, like I said earlier, you will increase a bit, anywhere between 0.5 to 2 kg. So this is 18 days apart, okay? And there's barely any difference. The only difference with the trained eye that you can see, okay, from side by side, it maybe my trunk is slightly a bit bigger, and then here you see this is a bit smaller, and then this is a bit bigger. Other than that, if I didn't point it out, it's going to be very tough for you to see that I got a bit bigger. So this is mainly glycogen and water retention. So, but yeah, so fat intake during this phase, barely noticeable when this happened. This was 18 days apart after I came back from my trip. So what you're going to expect is that there will be an initial increase in body weight due to glycogen and water. So probably anywhere between 0.5 to 2 kg. Completely normal, okay? But then your body weight should not change after that first few days, after that first week. If it's increasing more than this, cut your calories back because you are eating too much. So during this period, your activity level is recommended anywhere between 2 to 5 weight training sessions per week. When I was 18 days away, I only trained for 4 times. That means 2 times a week during that time. The remaining, I just walked a lot. Okay, so I would still recommend that you walk a bit more, 4 to 6 kilometer total, not additional, total per day, just to maintain your current physique. And then, so this will be about anywhere between 6 to 10 Ks daily. So you can adjust this based on your changes in your body weight as well. Yeah, so this is going to be the calories and macronutrient breakdown. So the calories during this maintenance phase is going to be your new expected maintenance phase. So make sure you redo the calculation again, because when you are smaller, it won't differ that much. If you just about 5 kg, 6 kg, you'll feel a difference at like 10, 20 kg difference. But your new maintenance calories will be a bit lower than when you first started. So if your maintenance calories, I'll go through the example of this. Which is with, yeah. So if your new maintenance calories is, let's say for example, earlier was 2004, so your new maintenance calorie probably 2002 plus 2003, something like that. Your protein intake, instead of 2.2, we're going at 2 grams now, a bit lower. Your fat intake is going to be 1 gram per kg of body weight. So this is because we want to recover your hormones again. So fat intake is extremely important in terms of managing your hormones. And then your carb intake is going to be the remaining amount of calories. So you can do the same math that you did here, okay? Now, this is the maintenance phase example. So like I told you earlier, so this is, I went for Japan 18 days. And if you know me by now, if I love Japanese food, and there was a fuck ton of food that I ate there when I was in Japan trip, and a lot of sashimi, a lot of yakiniku, a lot of 7-Eleven stuff. But yeah, so when I was there and I came back, so immediately I did a comparison. So okay, so there is only a 1.2 kg increase in weight when I came back, which is as expected. So the body fat increased 2.2%. Really, it kind of varies as well. Probably I did eat more than I expected, but again, 2.2 was barely noticeable. So it's pretty much close to no difference in progress of when you look at the photos and the body measurements. So, like I said, so this was designed for me and my clients when they want to, look good for a holiday, and it's the exact same one I'm utilizing right now as as I'm preparing for my holiday. As I'm recording right now, I am already doing the exact same thing, preparing for my beach holiday soon. More videos coming up on my Instagram. Okay, so essentially, just enjoy your holiday. Okay, so so this is going to be the example calculation for a 75.2 grams. So after you've lost that weight, so if you start at 80 kg, so after you're losing about what do you call this? You've lost about 4.8 grams, 1% per week. Yeah, so about 4.8 kg. So your new maintenance calories, let's say for example, I rounded up 2,300 calories. Your protein, so your new body weight 75.2 times 2, 150 grams. So now it's going to be 600 calories. This is less than your initial protein intake that you were supposed to take. The reason why the protein intake is lower because we are increasing in the carb intake. So carbs also have a protein sparing effect. So you don't need as much carbs when you're in a maintenance you don't need as much protein when you're in a maintenance or in a bulking phase. Okay, so the fat intake is higher, so 5.2 1 gram, but only 5 gram increase. So your carb intake will be your new maintenance calories minus 600 from the protein, minus 675 calories from the fats. So you're left with 1,025 calories. So you got 256 grams of protein. Okay, so these are the common mistakes to avoid. How people know is that you're eating more than your new maintenance calories. So for at least 2 weeks, your calories should not exceed 2,300 if you are weighing at 75.2. So find your new maintenance calories. Don't fucking exceed it. That's it. And don't eat too little either. You want to eat more to stabilize again. And you'll get this kind of result. It's been replicated many times with myself and my clients. Okay. So lastly, it's just about the adherence. So sticking to the macros and the calories is going to be crucial to get this result and to maintain this result. So I hope that this training has been super helpful for you. So if you want, like I said, so if you want a free training program, you can join my school community inside the what do you call this? You can join my free school community, which is the link is going to be below in the YouTube, and I'm going to show you as well. Once you join this, like I said, it's going to be only at this point in time, and there's going to be 7 days free trial as well. So if you want to apply this for your holiday, you want to give it a shot and see how it feels like to do a mini cut to lose this amount of weight for a special occasion, you're going to go to, once you've joined the school community, you go to the classroom, and then you're going to go to the free resources area here. So in the free resources area, I've listed out here a free 12-week full body training program that is beginner friendly, that you can just use it. It's going to be in a spreadsheet form that you can use. So there'll be like phase A, so the 3 days will be got C, then we have phase 2, and then we have like phase 3. So then last, I just do a conditioning kind of workout, easy, friendly thing, beginner friendly kind of thing. So you are able to, let's zoom out a bit. So with this, you're able to know the movement itself. You want the rep scheme that you need to do, 12 to 15 reps. So you always want to try aim for 15 reps first that you can do. Let's say 15, 15, 15 before you're increasing your weight. So your tempo, watch other videos that I've posted about tempo, essentially controlling your eccentric and then the pauses. So there's a rest period between movements as well. Yes. So on top of that, you will also get a 6 weeks Minicut plan. This is going to be a plan of action. So you get to see, okay, so this is what I mean. You have a calorie calculator that you can use it here as well. You can just insert your stuff and then you will get your expected maintenance calories. So for this one, I would say keep your activity level when you're choosing it at light to moderate. Okay. Don't what do you call this? Don't choose the high or extreme because it might give you like a bit too high of a maintenance usually. But I find that light and moderate usually works best for general population. So this is going to be a view only. So you need to make a copy for yourself. Okay, that is completely free. So it's going to come with a plan of action as well for you to week one, what you need to do week 1, week 2, week 3, the expectations, the things that we've talked about earlier. So you can always just refer to here. So they're going to be the go-to food. They're going to give you like serving size examples as well. They're going to give you tracking basics. Okay. So this is going to be in the free resources. And on top of that, you will have access to this PDF file that I created where, strategies on eating out every day and lose body fat. So how you want, so this is going to be like all my strategies that I've accumulated over the years on when you're eating out or when you're going to have some special occasions. You can just refer to this book. You can take it and do as you like with this as well. And after this, so there will also be after this, if you want, what do you call this, a training program to use in a coaching app, how my clients are using it. Okay, so this is like how my clients are using it as well. So you have access to my coaching app where you can sync your watch here to see your daily steps, your sleep. Then we can track your body weight as well. So we get to see the progress. You get to sync the MyFitnessPal as well. So you get to see as well the trend that you're consuming. But if you want like a complete program, just like this, a 6-week program that is designed to be as effective as possible at the gym, where it's already been created, plug and play. So once you sign up for this plan, you will have access to this coaching app for 6 weeks, and then you can immediately do your training program here. So it will have like different training programs here, or a bit more advanced to get you results. Is the exact training program that I've used in the past, the exact training program I am using it right now to get to lose about 6 kgs in 6 weeks for my mini cut. So the workouts, let's say for example, it's not that you can move the workout around if you need to, if you're not able to do the workout that day. So I have workouts inside here that is specifically for strength training and then for the cardio days. So you will have like so week 1 to week 4, you have 2 days upper, 2 days lower, and optional cardio days if you want. Same goes with the, what do you call this, in the week 5 to week 8. So why is it week 5 to week 8? This is because that you have access for 6 weeks, but you can also follow this workout during your maintenance phase as well. So this is only limited for the callers for until this is 3rd of November. Yeah, so this is only limited for 2 weeks from this video. So if first come first serve. So I am going to end this video here. So if you have any questions at all, and if you would like have access to all this done for you training program, and then if you want like some meal plans to help you out as well in this coaching app, there's something that I can provide for you as well. All you need to do is just sign up to the link in the school community below, and that's it. Hopefully I'll see you in the community.